Hi guys, Karen here. So today I will be making um, white bean collard green soup. Um, yeah, it's like a white bean collard green um, soup, and it's really delicious. I'm probably going to add just a little bit of tomato in there, but this is my recipe for today. I used white beans from the bag, so they've been soaking overnight, as you can see. So I'm going to cook these until they're soft, and then along with that, you will need, I used one large onion, some jalapenos there. They're not that spicy at all. And I have half a teaspoon of chili flakes, um, three, three cloves of garlic. Um, Probably I have um, five or six leaves of the collard greens that I've chopped here. And I have oregano, I have rosemary, I have basil, and I have parsley. I left them on. I did not pull the leaves off because I'm just going to lay it into the pot when I saute, and that way at the end I can just pull it right on out. So this is a really simple soup. If you're interested in the pot, this is the Le Creuset 3.5 quart Dutch oven. So that's what I'll be using today. It's the color Flame. And yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so when you use the dry beans, like I said, I soak them overnight. And now I'm going to cook them until they're soft. It's probably going to take like 30 minutes to an hour. And then I will come back from there. One thing that I did forget to say is these collard greens came from the farmer's market, not out of a bag. And the reason why I say that is because they have these really thick centers. So you may like the center. I find them, they're really great in in soups that are going to cook for a very long time. But this soup isn't going to cook for a long time, and therefore these will remain kind of stiff. So I cut the centers out of the collard greens and then chop them. But you can leave them in if you like them, but I prefer to take them out. It lessens the cooking time. Okay guys, the beans have boiled through. It took about 40 minutes, and now I'm going to strain it, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do afterwards. So I have the beans here, and as you can see, they're all fully cooked. So the reason why I drain the water from the beans after they've cooked is so that I can create my own broth using these items, and then the beans can cook right into it as well as the collard greens. So now I'm going to get my olive oil, and that's another thing you're going to need. You're going to need some oil. So into the pan I'm going to add my olive oil. Next I'm going to add my onions and jalapenos. And as you can see, I've also added the garlic and the chili flakes. So I'm just going to saute this for like 2 minutes. And then I'm going to add my herbs. So guys, don't forget to add your salt. I'm going to add probably 2 teaspoons. I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Just waiting for these to cook down just a little bit more. Now I'm going to add my herbs. Now make sure you have at least 4 cups of water ready, or you're going to have 4 cups of vegetable broth. It's up to you. But my 4 cups of water are going to be seasoned by the vegetables here. But first I'm going to add the beans. Now to add the water. that's about 4 cups of water. Or like I said, you add 4 cups of broth, and make sure your water and, well, your broth is seasoned if you're making it yourself like I am. So like I said, I added 2.5 teaspoons of salt to this, and I'm going to add a bay leaf to it as well. I'm going to go the 2 bay leaves, and now I'm going to add my collard greens.
It smells good. What are you making?
Okay, so now I'm going to stir all of this together.
It smells really yummy. What did you put in it?
And now I'm going to mix all of this together. So I have all of the herbs, the collard greens.
Is that a whole stick of?
Yeah, I'm going to pull it out.
Oh.
And then I'm going to let this cook at probably medium-high heat for the first 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll turn it down to a simmer. But I want the collard greens to cook down first. I'll come back and check it every so often without the lid on it. And yeah. Okay, so I did add a teaspoon of paprika, and I also added 2 more teaspoons of salt after tasting it. But that's because, like I said, I'm creating my own broth, so it's going to take a bit more salt with the amount of water that I have in here. But if you use chicken broth or vegetable broth already, just taste it first before you add any additional salt, because broth is already seasoned most of the time. So like I said, this is still going to cook down for about 10 minutes, and then I'll turn it to simmer. Okay guys, from here I'm just going to turn it down to a nice simmer. I'm just going to leave this like this and let it simmer down for probably about 10 more minutes, and then this soup is done. And altogether it probably only took, after the beans cooked, altogether this cooking process right here only took about 20 minutes. That's in total once the beans were already cooked. So if you use beans from the can, it will not take this long. It'll probably take about 30-40 minutes from start to finish if you use beans from can. But I'm just going to let this simmer, and then I'll come back and show you guys the final product. Okay guys, this is the final product. As you can see, I added just a dollop of sour cream along with some sun-dried tomatoes. I did not add sour cream to the entire recipe because, as you know, my husband's vegan, and yeah, so I try not to add the dairy to the dish. And then I'm going to serve it up with bread from the bakery. And yeah, and you might be thinking, Karen, it is hot outside, why would you serve soup? Well, sometimes you have a little taste for soup and a salad, and I have a ton of tomatoes here from the garden and the avocados that I got at the farmer's market, so I think that would make a great salad to go along with our soup tonight. So I hope that you get a chance to try the recipe. It's just really simple, and as I said before, you can add chicken to it, shredded chicken. You can add whatever type of meat that you like. You can even add a vegetarian substitute if you like. But this is just something that I wanted to be simple tonight for our dinner, and yeah, so I hope everybody enjoys it. So on that note, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you get a chance to try the recipe, how you like it.